Hello, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk, and in this video we're going to do a size comparison for Morathi. So we've got both our forms here, and the small form I just haven't completely finished painting yet. I've got to do little details. You see I haven't painted the blood on the wings or nothing. But I thought I'd get this video done now while I have a moment. So yeah, we'll compare both of them to other miniatures. We'll start with just a regular witch elf here. So this regular witch elf, she's on a 25mm base. Mini Morathi, I'm going to call her Mini Morathi, is on a 40mm, sort of Terminator sized base there. Of course she's got a terrain as well to make it a bit higher. And of course for our larger Morathi, who I believe is on a 90mm base. I think it might be slightly larger. I can never remember. But her base size is the same as Salesman Prime. So we'll get them side by side. So you can see a Salesman Prime there, side to side with Morathi. Sort of height wise, very similar. Morathi's wings just bring it a bit higher. Of course the Salesman Prime doesn't have as much in terms of sort of body mass. It's essentially just a slightly larger Stormcast with big old wings and a lot of swirly stuff. See Morathi's tail there. Think how long her tail would be if it stretched out. That curls around the base and the terrain. So yeah, we're going to just compare a few other miniatures. You can see I've got a few over here. We've got a Medusa. Sorry about the camera if it's shaking about a bit. It's just handheld. We could start putting them on tripods for this. See, Medusa's on a 50mm. She's roughly a very similar size to the Mini Morathi. So we'll start with the miniatures on this side, some of them are sort of smaller. Mangler Squig, I thought why not get the Mangler Squig out. I haven't used this guy for a while. I don't think he's featured in any of these size comparison videos, but as you can see, sort of somewhere in between the two. He's on like a 60mm base, like Dreadnought size. Give you some perspective of the size. Have a Warhammer Giant. I can squeeze him in there. So you can see she stands much taller than a Giant. And even the small version, you know, she's not that much shorter really. Sort of up to his belly. Of course the Giant is hunched over just slightly. And if you haven't seen my Giant before, he's holding like a bit of a wagon. And he's got a barrel full of beer. And a lion draped across his shoulders. I do really like my Giant, big fan of him. So, you know, these size comparison videos I get to show off some of my other miniatures as well. The only other thing left on this side is an Imperial Knight, who I've tried gluing onto his base, that might still be a bit wet. So I'm going to slide him gently over. And just move Morathi to the side there, because he's probably not finished gluing onto that base. But as you can see, towers above both of them. Now, yeah, so price-wise, they're very similar in price, I believe, aren't they? The Imperial Knights are good. The amount of plastic you get on them, they are quite good value. Big, huge, bulky things, massive base. Obviously not the intricate detail that you'd get in like a Morathi miniature, but yeah, as you can see, she's right up to the shoulder pads, so certainly quite sizable. So I have the Greater Demons I can also size up to, but before I do that, I'm just going to get a couple of the other just newer miniatures for the Daughters of Cain. So we've got Melusai and Kanarai. So you can see, yeah, it's much bigger than these guys. Although with these up in the air, they do stand a pretty good height with the Mini Morathi. Of course, yeah, much larger there. And if you want to see a Melusai next to a Medusa, You can see the size difference there, so Medusa much larger, as you'd expect, of course. So let's move these over to one side. Let's bring in some great demons. So we'll start with the Bloodthirster. So, you know, Bloodthirster's huge. A lot larger than Morathi. I love the Bloodthirster. I'd like to get a couple more, so I've got all the variants. And we have a Lord of Change. Let's just move him out of the back. Over you go. Again, much larger than the Morathi. Big old wings on him. Nice and colourful. Try to make him as colourful as possible. And then lastly, although largely also, is the big Great Unclean one. I love the Great Unclean one. And of course he's featured in a lot of these size comparison videos lately. But he is just a big bulk of plastic. As you can see, his sword brings him up to about the same height as Morathi. Again, I think they're about the same price, aren't they? I can never remember the prices for all these big miniatures. I don't think I want to remember. That would be quite depressing if you totaled it all up. But just beautiful miniatures, aren't they? So hard to resist. And yeah, so this video is sort of a little bit of a showcase for my Morathi as well, as a size comparison. So I'll just spin around. I've been asked a lot lately about the colours I'm using for my Daughters of Cain, especially like on the wings and stuff. So obviously the wings are airbrushed. I'm not that talented. Start with a Naggaroth Knight or any sort of dark purple, and just work your way up through some lighter purples, and eventually I think it's Warlock Purple from Vallejo. It's this nice sort of vibrant pink colour. But any colours in between would work, you know, any sort of purples. It's just when you get to this Warlock Purple where it really sort of pops and gives you that nice sort of vibrant pinky purple. And that's what sort of makes the difference, really, isn't it? And the blues, I'm just going through the turquoises, the Ahriman blues, Thousand Suns blues. I actually mixed up the light colour there on one of my streams. So if you watch the stream where I paint Morathi, you can see how I did all the tail. And that, just if you're curious about that. And when it comes to the blues on here as well, on these wings, I think I'm just using the turquoisey colours from the Badger Minotaur range, where, you know, any sort of turquoises and light blues sort of mixed in to get the lighter shades. Just work. And I'll just airbrush them as well. Gives you a nice, quick, easy little effect on the wings. And again, exactly the same thing on for Medusa. I just started with some purples. Didn't start as quite as dark, and we sort of went into that pinky purple again. And that's how to wash and dry brush too. Doesn't look as vibrant. Exactly the same on these girls as well. But yes, all there is to it really. Just get some purples. If you can get that Warlock, I'm sure it's called Warlock Purple from Vallejo Game Colour. Just look in the Game Colour range and you'll see a nice, vibrant pinky purple. That's for one. So any purples, just work up to that. And of course, I just use the airbrush because I'll still be painting that now if I was wet blending them wings, I'm sure. So yeah, hope that's sort of helpful for someone. I hope this size guide is also useful. A lot of people seem to be enjoying these. It does give you a sort of bit of perspective on the size of these miniatures. You can't always sort of see that from the web store, certainly. And of course, if there's any other miniatures you'd like to see me do a size comparison of, then please do leave a comment down below. And obviously, if I have the miniature, I can certainly do that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and please do feel free to give it a like, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. We've got a Patreon you may wish to check out as well. Today I've been sending away some of the bits bags for our latest Patreon. That is the only way to get the random bags of bits from us at the moment, just by signing up to our Patreon. But it's pretty good value. You get a free shipping voucher for our web store, which you can use as many times as you like as well. So Really worth checking out if you order from us quite regularly. You'll certainly end up saving yourself some money. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.